What's going on, guys? So there's one particular fragrance, a very specific fragrance and concentration of this fragrance that seems to be the most polarizing of all. It's actually a personal favorite choice of mine for this time of year, where it's prime fall season, where you get some colder days, you get some slightly milder warm days. This fragrance does well in all of those situations where slightly warmer weather all the way to very cold weather. And it seems to be, at least across the fragrance community, it's such a mixed bag of the sound of the name of this fragrance will make certain people's skin crawl, and then others are like, I don't understand the hate. This fragrance is amazing. So we're gonna go in depth, talk about it, and give you my thoughts and feelings and what I think overall. You want to know what fragrance this is? Got to stay tuned. So the big reveal, what fragrance are we talking about? The thumbnail, you may have been able to guess what it is, and it's specifically a Dior Sauvage flanker. That's right, Dior Sauvage, but more specifically, Dior Sauvage Eau de Parfum. What is it about Dior Sauvage Eau de Parfum? I feel like this is more hated than the Eau de Toilette even is, and I don't understand. Because in my opinion, this is superior to the Eau de Toilette. I just don't understand what's to hate about this fragrance. So there's people that, I get it, it can be a basic bro fragrance, as my friend Justin likes to call them, and he's one that agrees with it. He's not a fan of this. It's a shower gel smell. It's a lot of spice. It's a peppery type of spice to it. There's a little bit of sweetness, but it's not overly sweet. It's very mass appealing. That term gets used to death. Blue fragrance, you know. I guess it can be kind of in the generic realm because it's a shower gel scent, but it's kind of like the king of the shower gel scents. Sauvage DNA as a whole is kind of like the top dog shower gel scent. Performance is fantastic in my experience on this. I don't play the batch code game, but I know some of you do, so let me just show you my batch code. You can see it right there at the top if it would focus. There we go. 9J01 right here at the top by my finger. This bottle's like 2 years old or something like that. It's not that new, but it's not that old either. I just love smelling this one. Actually, at the recording of this, I wore this fragrance a few days ago, and it got me thinking, because anytime I do a scent of the day post on Instagram, for example, and it's a Sauvage flanker, prime example, the week before, I wore Sauvage Parfum, big 200 ml bottle. It is the most liked post I've had in over a month on Instagram. It's got 1,200 likes. This one in particular, I don't remember how many likes it has. It's just from a few days ago, and it's, a couple hundred likes already. So for as polarizing as this is, and I mean it's polarizing, this is the definition of a polarizing fragrance. There's some that despise Sauvage as a whole. Any of the flankers, even some that begrudgingly like Elixir. They don't want to like Elixir, but they can't help it because Sauvage Elixir is such a good fragrance. I think the same goes for this one, for any of the concentrations really, because this is, in my opinion, the most versatile of all of them. It's not quite as playful and youthful as the Eau de Toilette. It's got a little bit more of an edge because of the enhanced fresh spice to it, that peppery kick that I was talking about. Like I said, performance is great. It pulls compliments. My wife is no different from a lot of women out there, where she really likes, every time I wear any version of Sauvage, most notably the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum, because they are known compliment magnets. And I think once you get to a point to where you've dove into fine fragrances a bit more, you explore what's out there a bit more, I can see where maybe for some it's easy to turn your nose up at a fragrance like this, and it's, it's kind of blasphemy for someone that's really into fragrances, that collects, that has a large collection, to wear something like this on a regular basis, because the casual consumer wears this fragrance. It's not a fragrance enthusiast MO to wear something so basic. But if you just can be objective and take a look at the fragrance for what it is and not what it is in, mass culture overall, it's actually very pleasant. I know some people are sensitive to ambroxan, so I can understand, sensitivity and getting headaches and things like that. I can understand why the fragrance wouldn't be for you. But for those of you that don't suffer from issues like that, I get it. You don't have to like anything, but I just find it difficult to see how so many can dislike this. And on the other side of the coin, I can completely understand why so many do like this. So I thought it was an interesting topic, and I just wanted to touch on it for a few minutes with you guys. What do you think about Dior Sauvage Eau de Parfum? Is it a useless piece of crap and you wish people would stop talking about it, stop featuring it? I don't want to see Scent of the Day post anymore on anywhere on social media. Are you that guy? Or are you the other guy where it's like, man, I'm with you, Ross. I love that fragrance. I never get more compliments than when I wear that, or it's the most versatile in my collection. It's just so easy to wear. I love the way it smells on me. My wife loves the way it smells. Whatever the case may be. I want to hear from both sides of the coin, both sides of the argument. Those that despise this fragrance and those that just don't understand how somebody can despise this fragrance. Because I fall on the latter, obviously. I really enjoy this one. 60 ml is plenty for me. I only need 3 to 5 sprays when I wear it. It's very loud, very long lasting on my skin. 8 to 10 hours of life on my skin. Projection, very heavy in the first hour and a half to 2 hours. Sillage leaves a pretty good trail. It performs great for me. And like I said, the added bonus, my wife loves when I wear any version of Sauvage. Again, especially this and the Eau de Toilette, because they're just the most easygoing and inviting. Real quick, let's touch on the notes. I actually have Dior's website pulled up. They leave a lot to be desired with what you smell versus what they give you. According to them, olfactory notes is 2 things. Bergamot from Calabria in Italy, and Papua, it's a New Guinea vanilla extract. That's what Dior is saying is the only 2 things that are in this fragrance. Let me get it to focus for you guys. So, I believe there's a lot more to it than that. There's clearly a peppery spice. There is the vanilla. There is the bergamot. Those are the 3 main things you're going to get from it, plus the ambroxan for that shower gel feel. So they leave a lot to be desired with what they're willing to give you, though I don't completely agree with everything across all these fragrance forums out there. You just got to go by basically what you get from it. And like I said, for me, it's definitely fresh citrus bergamot at the top. You will smell that. A nice peppery, spicy kick. A nice vanillic sweet undertone with that ever so inviting shower gel and ambroxan feel. That's the 4 main things I get from this fragrance. It stands out clear as day to me, and I love it for it. It's not overly complex. It's simple in its design. It's basic overall, but it definitely gets the job done. One of the most hated fragrances for this time of year, Dior Sauvage Eau de Parfum. Interesting topic, I know. A little bit of a rant and ramble, if you will, in many ways, but it's all my genuine thoughts, how I feel about the fragrance, the situation, how it's looked at by others. Like I said, sound off in the comments. I don't care which side you end up on. If you hate it, if you love it, I want to hear from both sides. What do you think specifically about Dior Sauvage Eau de Parfum? And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. I'm very curious to see how this is going to go in the comments, because it can be the wild, wild west sometimes. So I'm very curious to read you guys' opinions. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on Sauvage Eau de Parfum and you give it a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.